Welcome along for another ride on the handlebars, everyone, and welcome to the Beehive State. The highlight of our trip today will be Indian Canyon Scenic Drive that runs between Helper and Duchesne, Utah. Let's go. It's pretty cold today. It's about 55 degrees Fahrenheit or 12 C. Our loop to Duchesne today will be about 255 miles in all. This is a very doable day ride. We'll be taking the loop counterclockwise today. We'll ride south out of the Mid-Valley area of Salt Lake City through Springville to the mouth of Spanish Fork Canyon. We'll ride past a ghost town. Riding on US Highway 6, it's still easy to point out the exact location of the massive landslide that led to the destruction of Thistle, a small railroad town in Spanish Fork Canyon. The landslide caused a natural dam that caused the Spanish Fork River to pool up, eventually flooding the town. While most of the town was destroyed in the flood, the skeletal structures of several buildings are still visible from the highway, a haunting reminder of nature's awesome power. Continuing up Highway 6, we'll make our way to Soldier Summit at 7,477 feet in elevation. Soldier Summit takes its name from a group of soldiers who were caught in an unexpected snowstorm here in July of 1861. These soldiers were Southerners under General Philip St. George Cooke on their way from Camp Floyd to join the Confederate Army. From there, we'll head to Indian Canyon. Indian Canyon Scenic Drive is a 45-mile stretch of Dinosaur Diamond Prehistoric Highway, or US 191, that runs between Helper and Duchesne in central eastern Utah. Headed northeast from Helper, the route runs through the forest along the side of Willow Creek, past some unique rock formations and into the pinyon and juniper country near the beginning of the Roan and Book Cliff formations. Rising out of the aspen and Douglas firs of the Ashley National Forest, where it tops out at 9,100 feet at the summit of Indian Creek Pass, then descends into the sagebrush and cottonwoods of the desert terrain. The descent from the pass drops some 3,000 feet in about 10 miles. The route parallels Indian Creek until it runs into the Strawberry River just south of Duchesne. The northern portion of the Indian Canyon Scenic Drive is across the Ori and Uena Indian reservations. Once you reach the Ashley National Forest boundary, there are campgrounds, picnic areas, and trailhead, rock climbing, whitewater rafting, fishing, and camping locations. A lot of the trails also see use in winter by cross-country skiers and snowmobilers. We'll ride west out of Duchesne past Starvation Reservoir, then Strawberry Reservoir. We'll head down Daniels Canyon into Heber Valley. We'll ride past the Deer Creek Reservoir, and then through Provo Canyon, and then north for home. There are 2 of us on the ride today. Every good road captain should know the route and know it well. Let's go through some detail. Heading south on I-15 out of the Mid-Valley area of Salt Lake, we'll run till we hit exit 260 in Springville, and we'll run along Utah State Route 77 until we intersect US Highway 89. We'll continue south until we reach the mouth of Spanish Fork Canyon. At the mouth of Spanish Fork Canyon, we'll take a little bit of a break, collect some fuel, and then continue on. We'll head up the canyon until we hit the exchange for US Highway 6. We'll continue on Highway 6 over Soldier Summit until we reach the crossroad of Cayune Pass Road. We'll follow Cayune Pass Road until we intersect US Highway 191. We'll head north to Duchesne, where we'll get on to US Highway 40 and stay on US Highway 40 until we reach Heber Valley. From there, we'll get on US Highway 189 until we exit Provo Canyon. From there, we'll get on to Utah State Route 52, intersecting Interstate 15, at which point we'll head north for the Mid-Valley area of Salt Lake and home. Now we know the ride, let's get to it. Straight ahead, we're looking at Loafer Mountain, which is the 44th most prominent peak in Utah. We're not likely to see any other riders today. It's cold. We just passed the ghost town of Thistle, and we'll be heading to Soldier Summit from here. The Cayune Pass Road opened just over a week ago. This road is very rough. We're debating whether or not this is even a good idea. This is basically a dirt road minus the dust. We've been on a lot worse. We're going for it. We're riding over the Price River. I'm sure the bridge will hold. If you were not up to riding this stretch of road, you could skip it by continuing on Highway 6 to intersection 191. Wow, this is a rough ride. This is what makes it an adventure. Here's our obligatory pictures on the way up to Indian Pass. We're on the downhill side of Indian Canyon headed toward Duchesne. We're riding west away from Duchesne over the bridge spanning the Starvation Reservoir. Snow, now we're riding. Just ahead we can see Strawberry Reservoir. It's covered in ice. Even though this isn't our highest elevation, this is easily the coldest part of the ride. Now we're headed down Daniels Canyon into Heber Valley. Here's a couple of photos in Heber City. Now we're making our way west through Heber Valley toward Deer Creek Reservoir. No one is out on the water today. It's way too cold for that. Now we're riding through Provo Canyon. We'll come out the mouth of Provo Canyon and head over to I-15. We'll head north to the Mid-Valley area of Salt Lake and be home. I hope you've enjoyed your ride on the handlebars today and that you're now familiar with Indian Canyon and the loop through Duchesne from Salt Lake. Get out there, enjoy your ride, and we'll see you next time.